Hello guys, welcome back to another cooking segment. Thank you for joining in and thank you for watching the previous video. Today we're making chicken curry. Please, a disclaimer, I'm not a professional cook but a self-taught cook. So we're gonna go through with those ingredients. I added some salt and pepper seasoning on my chicken, and then I drizzled some oil. It's up to you if you're gonna use an olive oil or just a normal cooking oil. And then once that was done, I will normally start adding my spices there. The first one, there's no particular order. It's just an onion powder. The next one, I actually put on my ginger. I didn't want to put on the grated ginger there. And then the next thing, I put on some ground cumin, which is very nice as well for your curries. And next up, I added my chicken spice. This one is from the Robertson's Spices brand. Very nice as well. And the next thing, I add my Cajun seasoning. This is one of the best spices that you can have. You need to have this one in your kitchen. Like no maganjan, you must have the spice in your kitchen, because you don't have to use it for chicken only, but you can also use it for most of the proteins that you're going to cook. And the next thing, oh my god, the paprika. Who does not need paprika in their kitchen? So I added some paprika. And now I'm adding my masala spice. This one is also from Ipperman's, the spice brand that you see that I'm using at this particular moment. And then I added my chili flakes. I didn't want to add a lot of chili, guys, because of my children. They do not like a lot of chili food, so that is why you see that I'm not going to be adding any chili powders, any chili here. And the next one, I use my garam masala. I bought this from an Oriental Plaza spices shop around somewhere in Joburg and Forsbeek. I bought that from them. And then the next thing, I added my I just want to stir very well, and then make sure that the spices are nicely wrapped into the chicken. And then once that is done and complete, then you can prepare to do your and add your double cream plain yogurt or your Greek yogurt. Guys, you can use any brand at this moment, because of we are actually going we actually coming from different countries, so it doesn't matter the brand. Just make sure that you just make use of your yogurt. It's okay, whatever brand that you choose. So here I'm using the Lanswood one. So you put that on, and then you make sure that it's nicely wrapped into the chicken as well, and mix well. And then once that is completed, you can now make sure that you put everything nicely together. I just put in a plastic on top of my chicken, because I'm going to refrigerate this for about 2 to 3 hours, and on your fridge. And then the next thing, now 3 hours later, I'm going to prepare my onion. I'll prepare my my yellow and red pepper, and also my potatoes, because I'm just gonna make it's a simple chicken stew dish. So it's up to you if you want to be adding more ingredients into the dish, like your more like other vegetables that you want to use here. But I just prepared to I just like to prepare this type of a chicken like with minimal vegetables. Okay. And then remember now, the reason I'm adding the yellow and the red pepper, they are very nice and sweet. I did not use my green pepper here, because I know it has a very bold taste to it, so I did not want to get that particular taste. And also because it's just a personal choice, but if you want to use it, you can use it at this particular point as well. Use all your red peppers, it is still fine. So this is me completing my my peppers here, and make sure that they're nicely chopped. And guys, please remember that when you're making food, like, you must make sure that everything that you do, You need to cook from your heart, otherwise it won't even come the way, no matter how much you can follow the recipe. But if your mind is not into it and you're not interested and you're just doing it for the sake of the recipe, yeah. That's my daughter's leg passing there by, because I know whenever I'm filming something, she's always there. The previous video, she was busy holding my, my ring light. So don't be surprised. She's always walking around the house when I'm there, and she's always following me. And now I'm doing my potatoes. Just make sure that I just made some nice chunky what do you call the dices. And then once that is done, I'm obviously going to I'm gonna wash my potatoes before I put them onto the pot. Then the next thing we start the cooking process. Now I use a gas stove, so I'm gonna add my oil here, and then once that is actually completed, I will add my onion and my peppers as chopped. I'm just testing the pan here, so yeah, I think the heat was nice enough. But then the cast iron can be very hot, so I actually used that. I'm adding my yellow and red pepper and also my onion. I did not use any of the your fragrance spices. I never use it. You can add your curry leaves at this point for just more flavor. And then here I'm using my crushed garlic and ginger. I will never make any more without my ginger and garlic. I love it so much. It makes the food will smell amazing too. Once that is done, I actually combine all my ingredients here. Then at this stage, I'm going to add my curry paste. This is just a curry paste that you can also make as well at home. One day I will make it, then we can do it together. So, but normally I buy this particular brand. It is very nice, and and once I'm done, I normally refrigerate it. So I'm gonna put just a cinnamon stick there. I'm not gonna put a lot of things here. And remember, guys, you're not going to be adding any spices at this point here, because now my chicken has already spiced, so I do not want to put in any more spices here because it can be very salty. So you need to put it as minimal as possible. And then once that is completed, you can add on your chicken pieces. So you can use any type of a chicken, but then at this point I was using my chicken drumsticks, and I laid them all over my pan. At this point, guys, I really crowded this this pan, but I was just lazy to take another pot and start over again. I was like, man, surely I can fit this in here. There you go. So this is me now. I'm gonna have to try and mix everything up so that it does not burn. So that is what I will normally do, because normally when you're cooking, you just have to make sure that you do not burn any of the food that you're cooking. And then when that was actually done, I actually added my potatoes. But guys, I remember when you're making this type of a chicken, especially with the type of pieces of chicken that I used, make sure that you are always looking after your pot, and also make sure that you reduce the heat when it's possible. So I use this pan. So basically I've used this pot just to make sure that I put in everything there. I normally cook in big portions as well. And then now I'm adding my potatoes in there. I'm just trying to squash everything inside the pot so that I make sure that it's that, because remember, I'm putting the potatoes at the beginning of the cooking now, because of the drumstick doesn't take long to cook. This is my chicken stock that I'm actually crushing and putting it on top of it, because I do not want the stock to actually get into one portion, then someone is going to eat a lot of salt. And then I'm just going to add some water. It's just enough so that the chicken can be able to cook on its own. And then later on, I'm going to add my thyme, because remember, I never added the thyme and my turmeric during the marinating process. So I'm just going to add it there. And then once that is actually done, I'm gonna make it. And also, the turmeric will give you a nice curry color that you will need. Then I'll just close it off, and then just keep checking every 7 to 10 minutes. I just keep on checking my pot. So yeah, I'm actually halfway through that, and then I check. You see that, oh my god, everyone is just suffocating on that pan, like, oh my god, my poor drumsticks and my poor potatoes. I just told myself I am not going to change this pot. I'm going to use it as it is because I've already started the cooking process. Okay, once that is done, I actually I kept on stirring. And remember now that the yogurt that you used earlier on for marinade, it's going to give you a nice flavor. You're going to get that thick consistency on your pot. So this is how my pot is actually looking like at this particular moment. So it's almost done. You can see that I'm just crushing and testing the potatoes. They are very nicely done. So I just want to make sure that all the potatoes in my pot, they're nicely cooked before I can remove it from the stove. So guys, please, if you would like to add some chili, you can add your chili here. You can add any other ingredients that you want to add some chili spices, but I will show you at the end what is it that I will normally use in this instance, because of now I'm going to dish up separately for my kids so that they don't have that hot meal. And then I will show you what it actually needs to be done. You see that it's nice, and I never added any more water on this dish. It's just the consistency, that the gravy that is coming, all the flavor that is coming from the chicken while it has been cooking, that it's very very nice. So this is my other peri peri sauce that I will use. It's from Food Lovers Market. So at this time you can always use this, guys, just to make sure that you pick up the flavors, and if you want that more heat in your pan. So this is the one that I will normally buy. So thank you so much for watching. Happy cooking. See you next time. Bye bye.